Program 30. Developing ideas into solutions. Coming up with a great idea can give you a wonderful feeling. Suddenly the world seems a much brighter place and you feel the urge to share your happiness by showing everyone your creation. Unfortunately, people often have the annoying habit of looking at your shiny new idea and instead of admiring it, pointing out all the faults. All this criticism can make one rather defensive, and people often take their newborn ideas away, vowing not to return until they have made them perfect. This is a big mistake. All new ideas have faults, and one of the best ways to find the flaws is to have other people examine them and tell us what needs to be improved. But how can we do this without becoming demoralized? Well, fortunately, there's a simple tool which helps to structure people's feedback into the most useful form. It's called p13, and you can use it whenever you need to evaluate and strengthen an idea. Before we unveil the tool, we'd like to talk about positive judgment. In previous programs, we've emphasized the importance of delaying your judgment when you're diverging to give every idea some breathing room. However, sooner or later, ideas do have to be evaluated. So how do you deal with your judgment in those situations? And how do you avoid squashing the more creative ideas? Well, the key is to use your judgment positively. In very simple terms, this means that you look at the benefits of an idea before you examine its flaws. And this is exactly what PPCO is designed to do. PPCO stands for pluses, potentials, concerns, and overcoming obstacles. We're going to demonstrate with a play problem and then let you try it out on your idea. Let's go back to our quest for fitness. One of the ideas we came up with was to get ourselves a pet rock which we would carry around. Now, we aren't talking about the sort of rock which fits neatly in your pocket. We mean something much bigger than that, the sort of boulder which you need to wrap both arms around to carry. We think that after only a few days, your overall fitness would have improved dramatically. So what do you think about our new idea? The chances are that you have all sorts of thoughts, but let's try to put them into helpful order. Grab your workbook and follow these steps. First of all, turn to the page in your workbook titled Pet Rock PPCO. Then, using divergent thinking, remembering to delay your judgment, make a list of all the immediate pluses or benefits of the idea. For example, carrying a rock will build up your arm muscles, or you'll always have a place to sit down. The important point about the pluses is that they should be direct benefits, rather than things which might possibly happen. We'll get to them next. Pause the program and restart it once you've exhausted your list of pluses. Okay, time for the next letter, potentials. This time, what we want you to do is generate a list of potential spin-offs that might occur as a result of your big idea. Use the statement starter, I might, we might, or they might, to help you get started. For example, carrying a big rock around might get you covered by your local TV station, or it might attract other rock carriers and form a new social society. Pause the program and restart it when you've run out of ideas about potential spin-offs. Now it's time for your concerns, but before you start jotting down all the flaws, we need to explain the format to use. You're going to write a series of problem statements, and as expert problem solvers, you already know how to phrase them using the starter words, how to, how might, or what might be all the ways. This is really important. Phrasing the problems in a solution-oriented way makes a huge difference in the problem-solving process. Let's look at an example. Now, you might be concerned that people will laugh at you for carrying a rock around. You could state this problem in lots of ways. For instance, how to help people to understand what an excellent fitness tool this is, or how might I ignore people's laughter, or even how to make people's comments motivate me to exercise harder. Okay, your turn. Pause the program and restart when you've written down all the concerns you can think of. Now it's time to prioritize your concerns. Remember the HITS tool from the previous program? Well, you need to use it to select your most important concerns. Pause the program and restart when you're ready. Finally, rewrite your top concerns under the O for overcoming obstacles and generate at least 10 ways to overcome each of them. Now, it's very important that you actually do this rather than just saying that you'll do it another time. Practicing overcoming your concerns is a key skill. So pause the program again and restart when you have potential solutions for each of the concerns. Okay, we've been through the PPCO process, so let's just review what we've achieved. By using positive judgment, we've highlighted both what the idea gives and its potential spin-offs. This information helps us understand the features we should concentrate on for both now and future versions. Secondly, we've looked at the weaknesses in the idea, prioritized them, and worked out how to overcome, or at the very least minimize them. The end result is an evaluated and strengthened idea. However, we're still missing one piece, and that's a simple summary of the idea. Your PPCO has generated a lot of new information about the strengths and weaknesses of the idea. You need to incorporate the information into a sentence or perhaps a short paragraph so that you can easily communicate the essence of the strengthened idea. We often find it helpful to start the summary with a phrase such as, "What I see myself, or us, doing is." So applying this to our new fitness technique could produce something like this. What I see myself doing is developing a bowling ball-sized rock. The rocks will be available in a range of colours and weights, and will come with an illustrated guidebook titled "How to Get Fit by Carrying a Rock Around." The rocks will be sold via the web, and will promote the idea by giving rocks to celebrities. Now, it's more than likely that you will need to use PPCO many times during the development of your idea. In fact, each time you test the idea, for example with potential users, PPCO gives an excellent framework for gathering their feedback and evaluating the impact. Each time you use the tool, remember to summarize your findings by updating your "what I see myself doing" sentence. In the next program, we'll look at how to turn your idea into reality through an action plan. But your homework for today is to apply PPCO to your big idea. We left you a place in your workbook. See you in the next program.